support if you would like. And so knowing yourself, yoga does help us know ourselves in lots of ways, but know if you would be more happy with a blanket underneath your seat, then take care of yourself in that way. With practice, we do learn to sit more easily on the floor. So take the time when you fold in your legs, make sure there's no straining at your knees. Let your hips relax. They release, open, exterior rotation. Let your hands rest on your legs where your arms feel restful, so it depends on the length of your arms. Do a last little refinement. Find a tall spine, a little tone in your belly so that you're supported. And breathe about 10 times. Just be completely still. Feeling ease wash over you. Move through your hands, across your face as you relax your muscles, relax your brain. By concentrating on stillness, we put that at the front of our awareness, stillness. Just let your breath be gentle and natural. Maybe it'll start finding its flow. So the breath does move, but everything else still. Our brain stills by resting upon the breath. And as we finish this practice, let's establish the Ujjayi pranayama, the even breaths through the nose with sound. Just a light aspirant sound, a little swirl in the throat creates the sound. Listen to what the inhale sounds like, your inhale. Then listen to the quality of your exhale sound. Finding a nice balance, one more time. Let your ears rest into the breath. Let an exhale finish, and then let your hands come together into your heart, a little lift of that skin at the center of the chest, elbows down, sitting tall and relaxed. As you breathe out, sound Om if you like, or hum your exhale so you get the vibration. I can feel my vibrations in my chest and my hands. Just talking. Breathe in deeply. Breathe in a little more. Calming. And then take your hands down to your legs. Let's start some movement, some nice gentle flow today. So circling from your hips, way down there in the pelvis, out to the right, forward, around to the left, straight up in the back, maybe a little lean back, and out and around. Do this several times, your own pace, your own depth. It's your practice. Remember to take everything with compassion towards yourself. We do want to turn on a little bit of tapas, which is this fiery intensity that helps us get things done. Exhale, go the other way, so that we have energy for the practice. We apply some energy to it, willing to do some work. Knowing the benefits that come from that time. See Malika joining us, hello. And finish that circle around. Stillness, breath. And now the head, make sure your shoulders are relaxed so that you can move your head. You can even put your hands on your shoulders if you like, and take your right ear towards your shoulder. Roll your chin towards your chest. Keep breathing. Keep the shoulders down. Take the left ear towards the shoulder. And especially if you go back, keeping your shoulders off your ears so you can gently lift your chin, lengthen everything, gaze down, and then back to the side. So stay with that practice in your own way, very slowly or not so slowly. Close your eyes so you can just really feel that experience. And the brain cushioned by fluid. And relax. Go the other way. Be aware. This way. Okay. Just stretch out, release tension. Just let it flow one more time. And then let your hands come back behind you. Just easy, hands opening back, lean back. Press your knees towards the floor and just gently stretch the front of your body. Keep your spine pretty relaxed here, just a little bit of heart lift. So not making a big effort. Try downward gazing when you're in a leaning back pose. Train your eyes to go down your nose. You don't really see anything when you do that. It helps your brain let go of attachment. And then release back up to center. Circle your shoulders a few times. So elbow circles, touch your shoulders. Elbows roll to the front, to the front, to the front, and then back. So we need a little core strength here to support us in our seat. One more time to the back. And then round your spine, curl into cat spine, tuck round. Deep breath into your back, stretch it out. And go any other way, coming up to a cow spine. And because we're seated, we can really squeeze our shoulder blades together. So do that for a moment. Strengthen your shoulder blades, squeeze them in. And then relax to neutral. First boat pose. Rest your feet together. Let's focus on that. Use your arms to sit tall and just have your knees bent. 5 breaths. Really focus on connecting the inner feet. If you want to take your arms out, you may. Lift, sit tall, belly strong. One more breath. And relax down your feet. Widen your knees, bring your feet in close, and reach through or hold your knees. Malasana. Feel the calm anytime we do a forward fold. Your nervous system says calm. Deep breathing to release tension, especially in the rib cage, the spine, the neck, and the hips. One more breath. Wherever you feel it in your body, take one more breath there. Exhale, complete. Jumping back, cross your ankles, pull your feet in, bring your hands forward, lean forward, and then take back your legs. Easy peasy. We can all do it. Have a moment to circle your wrists, find your knees, find the tops of your feet, just changing position. So we want nice open hands, external shoulders as we come into the tabletop pose with a low belly firmly lifting towards the spine. So it's energetic, but we really want that in place here. And let's flow from side to side by flexing to the side, to the right. Be gentle, all the way in, and then let go and flex to the left. So we have side flexion in our spines, movement range. Find one leg and the other. Feel your low back connected to the side body. And then let's come for a hold. Just relax and hold for several breaths. Coming to an appropriate edge. Keeping the core engaged and not forcing things, but allowing. Give it one more moment to see if there's a little deepening you could apply here. or stay in where you're already deep. And go to the other side for that hold. So draw your shoulder and hip towards each other. Feel the other side lengthen. Hands just open. Try to relax them. Letting your eyes steady off the nose in the direction of the movement, or close and relax when they are not needed. One more breath out. Find that little bit more depth, or hold steady in your deep place that you found. Release to center, cow spine. This is the same spine as half lift. The low back is level, and the heart and face come forward. Breathe again in. And then breathing out, tuck in round into the cat spine and hold for several breaths. Lightly ground the tops of your feet. Relax your hands as much as you can. Just open. And then release to neutral. Reach your right leg back, just straight back, activate the muscles, and then draw your knee towards your nose. Inhale, extend, don't lift, but just reach straight back, and then curl in. You can add an elbow bend as you curl in if you'd like, hugging the elbows like chaturanga. Twice more, extend, and curl. Extend, reach, curl. Really activate your leg and foot. Reach one more time. And curl in one more time. Go back to child's pose before we do the other side. Just pull back, lengthen. Let your arms reach out long. Let your head rest down. Deep breathing. Breath moves into the back body. Let it. If you ever need a rest in practice, this is a nice place to rest. For some bodies, not for everybody. One more breath, so we can do it with your heels up if you need to. Come back to your tabletop, other side. Left leg straight back, breathe in, so you squeeze your glutes, try to squeeze all the muscles on your legs. And then breathe out, curl, nose to knee, elbows bend, 5 times. Second one, extend, curl, inhale, exhale. Finding your own flow from one to the other. One more time. Then coming up to plank pose. I do this wiggle side to side on the balls of my feet to find that position. Noticing what we do with our bodies to get where we're going. And then flow back to downward dog. Press back. And then out to plank 5 times. So your down dog might be kind of spread out. It's fine. Learning to work with that. Last time going back. Now, option to step your feet in a little closer if you feel really spread out, or experiment with the spread out if you want today. So this pose, it's like your hands and feet are stretching your yoga mat away, lengthening the middle of your yoga mat. Uplift in the belly, head down. Try to relax in your hands. One more breath out. Keep the uplift in your belly as you bring yourself forward. So we work with that core support engaged. At the top of your mat, breathe out into forward fold position. Wherever you reach, knees bent as needed. Halfway lift, breathe in. So like the cow spine, take another breath. Heart forward. And then all the way up to standing, press your feet. Rest into your heart. And then action and activation in the sun salutation. Nama means not me. It helps us get out of our patterns. So just have a moment to have a sense of readiness for action, sun salutation, just basic A variation. Arms by your side, standing tall and relaxed. Breathe in, hands together at your heart. Keep going up as you breathe in. Breathe out, release your arms down to the shins, feet, or floor, where they reach. Draw yourself in, curl your chin. Long, slow breaths here. Halfway lift, lightly extend, strong in the belly. Fourth position. Breathe out when you are ready to and go back to your plank pose or chaturanga if you want to bend your elbows. This is kind of a light version. Upward dog. Breathe in. Lengthen into the shape. Try a little tail tuck and nose gaze. Breathe out. Release carefully. Downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Learning to rest in downward dog. Coming to quarter dog if you would like to. As a variation, stay in your down dog. Remember what I was going to say. So, Nama, like Surya means sun, Namaskar. Nama means to bow or not me. And it can be seen as a transformative process, helping to release the burden of our personal obsessions and come back to our essence. Breathe out one more time. Breathe in, step forward and halfway lift. So we need a long inhale for that. A slow, long exhale into your forward fold. Learning to gently deepen this over time in the practice. And then up to standing, inhale energy, press, reach, stretch to the end of that breath. And then the exhale, we settle into the heart center and into the sides of the body, refining alignment. Again, inhale, up, exhale, down, process, mindfulness, head down, half lift, gently extend, spread your hands, take your legs back, exhale, inhale slowly to upward dog, knees on the floor or not, carefully. And then exhale, flip your feet and come to downward dog. That's where that really starts, the flipping of the feet, front body, back body. Consciousness in motion. Stretch the middle of your mat away so it's getting longer. Doesn't have to actually move, but sometimes I feel the fibers in my mat stretching. Breathe out one more time. Inhale, stepping forward. Maybe try the other leg first. Half lift. Breathe out. Fold in. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, let it go. And just pause. Feeling that activity arriving in your mountain. Stillness. And then let's flow out to triangle pose to the right side. Step to the right, 90 degrees. Angle your back foot. Reach your arms, breathe in. From your belly center, so strong belly center, over and down. Reach the arms up and down. Stack your shoulders and let your eyes go sideways towards the sky. Core activation helps protect the spine, the low back. So you're strengthening along the low back and lengthening. One more breath out. Slowly breathe in and change your legs to the other side. When you're ready for that exhale, so we get some discipline in just using one breath to establish a pose. Some poses need more than one breath. And if you need more than one breath, that's always fine. But we have a greater capacity than we think we do. One more time. Try to relax into your shape. Just the right amount of effort. Use your inhale to release up and go back to the right side, bending your knees. Extended side angle pose, lean and reach. Gently cup your hands so they're soft. Come to the floor if you're feeling it, inside or out of your foot. Not straining the neck, just letting the eyes reach. One more breath. Inhale with determination, press off that leg and come up. Breathe out, change sides. Just keep rhythmic breathing as you set up the second side. Lean and reach so your shoulder stays off your ear as your arm comes along it. Let your eyes reach up in their sockets towards your hand. Maybe come to the floor if you are into that today. You can always use a block if you have one. Third breath. Fourth breath. Engage the bandhas and one more breath out. Inhale energy, come up and return to wide parallel feet and breathe out. Breathe in with your spine straight, not a back bend, just straight up and down. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail a little bit and slowly come forward. Just experimenting with that. Slide your hands down your legs, catch your ankles or your big toes. Exhale, draw your head towards the floor. So by pulling your elbows wide, shoulders draw up into the body, belly draws up, head reaches down. The word yoga, union of opposites. Inhale, exhale, activity and rest. Stillness and sweetness, or structure and sweetness. One more breath, lengthen the sides of your torso. Reach your head towards the floor, finish and exhale. Try a little tail and chin tuck as you come straight up. Slowly come up. And that stops you from going into a back bend. And exhale, release. Swing your toes out 45 degrees and bend both knees. Come over to the right. So just let that be a comfortable angle for you. Get into it all the way in. Press off. And come all the way in on your left side. Whatever that is for you. Get as low as you can. Strongly press. Go back and forth. Let your neck stay just gently lengthened and relaxed so we don't put any strain into the neck here. Just let it follow the body. And that open foot press strengthens the muscles around your hips. And a lot of pain is remedied by strength. A couple more each way. Just not having to think about very much, just enjoying the movement. And one more time. Release to center and step your way to the top third of your mat once more. Coming back to Ashta Chandrasana, which is the high lunge on your balls of your foot in the back. So hold your center, and that helps you remember your core strength. Apply your determination and take a big step back with your right leg. Find your balance on the ball of your foot, bending in the front knee. Keep your hands on your center if you need them there, or just to upward arms, Urdhva Hastasana, upward hands, downward gaze. Concentrate on the balance. Fourth breath, relax into it. Fifth breath, release your arms. Add a twist, 5 more breaths. It's not the end of the world if your back heel comes down. Whatever the twist is for you. One more breath out, just help it feel nice. And then come up, untwist, straighten out your front leg. And turn feet same way and come to the second side so we have that step back into it. Gather your energies, prepare. Catch your center and take that step back to the ball of your foot. Just work with yourself to catch your balance, find that high lunge balance. Little tail tuck so you don't do a back bend. Arms up if it feels good, shoulders off the ears. Chain, shoulders down, arms reach. Use both of your feet, concentrating on steadiness. The root of your front big toe, holding it in place. Exhale, arms down if they're up, and then twist lightly or deeply. So I'm not worrying about hooking or catching today. I'm just making a nice side stretch and twist in my spine. It feels good. Just do that for yourself. Eyes find a steady place. Feel that tapas, feel that warmth. Let it open you. Breathe out once more. And as you come up, you can straighten out your front leg when you're ready. Release and come back, top third of your mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Balancing on one foot. So that's the pose today to start. Simple that. Just shifting into your right leg. Support if you need it. And just try, if you feel like you need the ball, be very lightly next to it. So it's there if you need it, but you're not actually touching it unless you do. Just pick up your left foot off the floor and stand for 5 breaths. If you'd like to add a little something with the arms, you could reach your arms up. Root of the big toe grounding. And one more breath. Remember not to judge, just have a playful attitude. Do your best, that's all you can do. We're practicing, so try the other side. Lift out of your hip. Just get your foot off the floor in some way. Let your hands be centering, reaching, reminding your core wherever you need them. When you catch your center, your thumbs are at your low back and those strong muscles. You can remind them that they're strong by touching. And exhale, release down. Let's circle the hips by stepping wide. Just let the hips circle around in a standing position a few times each way. You can let your hands rest or hold your center. Other direction. Just a little letting go, a little flowing. And then exhale to stillness. Shiva's dance. So back to balancing on one foot. Support if you need, or toes down works too. So we float up the left knee straight up to the sky like it's got a string. So your toes can be on the floor and have that same energy. And we add a twist towards the bent knee side. And earlier I was experimenting with continuing to come into the twist and bring the knee across instead of stopping. Let your fingers and hands dance. Try again if you need to come down. Just see how deeply you can twist yourself in. Another breath. Come out and down. Even if you come out right before the end, you still try again. So you maximize those 5 breaths time. Other side. Determination. Float the knee up or down. Dance the fingers and the hands so they're soft and create your own twist. Revolving the abdomen. Bring the knee across as well. Concentrate. Fourth breath. And release. So balance is something that we come in and out of constantly. So don't expect total stillness in poses like that. Back up to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Let's take Warrior A with a big step back. Bend your knee over your ankle. And then reach your arms up to the sky. Sorry. We've got 2 timepieces that say different things at the moment. It's all going to be fine. Open to Warrior B. Reach your arms front and back. Turn your back toes out. Like a little more space between my feet here. I'm trying to get nice and low into the warriors for the new year. Turn your head towards your front hand and count 5 times. Add some kind of yin energy here. So we dance through the warriors without such ferocity, just a little bit more softness, a little more reflection. One more breath out. Reverse warrior. Up and back. Add a little tail tuck. Downward gaze. Exhale one more time. And then release from this side. Stepping out and have a little hop if that's safe and fun for you. Virabhadrasana A, second side. Big step back. Get nice and low. Try a little tail tuck. See how that feels for your body. And then let your hands rest together, arms bent or straight. So our hands and feet are sealed, and that completes the mudra, the energetic form. A little bit softened. Feel how grounding a pose like this is. 2 legs, 2 feet on the floor, big footprints. Open to Warrior B. Take your time to find that shape, turning to the side. Let your head turn, float, and soften your hands. Harmonizing your efforts. Exhale, lean back, reach up and back. Little tail tuck, keeping the pelvis more grounded. So you can notice if that really frees you up, then you might really need that tail tucking energy. Taking one more breath. Feel the exhale leave. And then one step at a time, release. Top of mat. Coming down to the earth, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, forward fold. Go slowly into each position. Half lift inhale. Exhale, take your legs back. And, Anjaneyasana. Bring your knees down, take your right leg forward. Cushion your back knee if you need it. So today we'll stack the front knee over the ankle. Rest forward on your bent knee and open at an angle out and back. Gently gather both hands. Asymmetrical balancing. One more time. Release. Back to center. Add a bend of the back knee, catching your foot or ankle from the outside. So your palm faces in. And you'll be above your knee, but if it bothers you, don't do it. You could instead guide your front knee forward and do a different one. So this one with the catching. So we really come above the knee on the floor. So you have control over how deeply you draw your heel towards your hip. For 1, steady. just the right amount. Looking for tension and releasing it. One more breath. And carefully let go. Draw back to Hanuman's pose. Draw your belly towards your spine. Extend out and bow. Draw your toes back. Freedom with the arms to do what feels good. For one more slow, deep breath. Inhale. Release it a bit. Exhale. Find your edge. Just gently go to that deep place. Slowly breathing out. And then a careful release to the other side. Anjanyasana. Knee over ankle today. Shoulders relax. Lean onto your front bent knee, other arm up and back at an ankle, gaze back. Gently gather the fingers. Press both feet. Third breath, eyes steady. Exhale, release back to center. Second one, catch from the outside, catching the ankle or the foot and draw your heel towards your hip. For one, get a little opening at your chest and shoulder as well. Be mindful everywhere. Keeping it a little softened. And carefully release with an exhale. Belly engages first so that you can really fold over that low belly, toning into your Hanuman's pose. And experimenting with kind of a downward dog arms here. Draw back toes, fold head down. For one. And two, breathing out. 3, exhaling. Exhale the fourth one. Last breath. Inhale, come up slightly. We're beginning to release the pose. Exhale, go back in one last time. Feeling complete. And then bend your knee and work your way out of that shape. Over to the promised side lying forearm plank pose. So coming onto your side, sitting down on your side, take your elbow under your shoulder and spread your hand. So we want to lift out of that shoulders. We've got hips down, knees down, feet down. Let's try this like this. So reach up your top arm, breathe in, breathe out, wrap it underneath your waist, and then inhale, open. Exhale, wrap under the waist again, and inhale, open. So that's the move with the upper body. Come all the way out to your straight legs if you like, or keep your knees down, but lift your hips. So give yourself some work here. Up, and we'll do 5. Exhale down. Inhale up. Tummy strong. Lower stuff with your lower body if you need to. Put it down on the floor. It's hard. One more time. And now hips down carefully. Head out to your belly. Wide legs. Relax your head down. Draw your ears, shoulders off your ears. One of my favorite assists to do while walking around the room and just gently bringing the shoulders down the back. So I send that out to you. Ground your front body. Bend your knees so your feet pick up towards the sky just in a light and easy way. Just let them float there. Widen out your knees. Keep your feet up. Try a little tail tuck. Take one more breath. And then bring your legs together. Come to your second side for the forearm plank with revolution. Forearm side plank. So start with hips down. Lift out your shoulder. Reach up, breathe in, and breathe out. Dive underneath you, looking back and down. Inhale up and exhale down. My elbow's a little far from my shoulders, so I don't feel very powerful. So right under the shoulders, the power position. See about lifting up to just the knees or to the feet if you'd like. Be creative with how you stack your feet. Inhale up, exhale, curl. Second one, third one. Do your best. Fourth one, last one. Carefully lower, use both arms. Back to your belly. Let your pelvis ground. Rest your head, turn it to the right so you can just be down on the mat or up on your hands or arms. Relax your shoulders. Relax everything. Turn your head the other way. Shoulders relax down the body. Train them down the body. One more time. Will be our last effortful thing today, the dolphin pose. Hands together or flat. Work up to your knees, then up to your toes. Walk in. Lift your belly high. Try to find a little joyfulness. Just maybe bring to mind like the dolphin, wild and free. Joyfully leaping out of the water, diving. Playing is part of their life. And then bring down your knees, breathe out. Release your toes, widen your knees, you draw back. Take a little twist, taking your right hand underneath the left so you can support under your head. Hips don't have to be all the way down, and relax. You can tolerate a little discomfort for 5 breaths, but if anything's ever painful, please change it. Sometimes we get a little bony discomfort, but we can handle that. Exhale, soft. Breathe in, release, and exhale into the other side. Third breath. Last breath, go slowly. And inhale. Mindful return to center. Stretch and straighten out your legs, downward dog. And then jumping through, if you like, cross your ankles and just reverse that movement that we did to get back. Being patient with yourself. Come to your seat, perhaps with an elevation of a blanket. Gomukhasana, this hand position. Cow face pose. So the foundation is stacked folded knees. Start with your right leg, bring it front and center. Try to do the same thing with your left. So work with yourself, don't hurt yourself. Easy pose is a fine alternative if this is just not feasible. So I've got very different sides. Relative stacking is fine. Either hold your knees for a moment or hold your feet and just sit into the legs. Feel that deep releasing along the sides and back of the hips. Wherever you notice it, just make sure it's a positive amount of sensation. Breathing out one more time. Adding the arms, so you can just open into easy pose if you need to focus on the arms. Left arm up. Take it back in space, so it's externally rotated. Thumb going up and back. And then bend your elbow, come behind your head. So just find that center, and then try to come down your spine to any degree. The other side does an internal rotation in the shoulder, so the thumb goes down and back as much as it will. And then reach back as much as you can. Then bend your elbow. So find the back and the center. See if you can come towards the top hand. They don't have to connect. So we don't want to press the head forward. Just adjust your arm intensity to allow your head to be free, because we take an upward face. Gently lift your chin and your eyes. Breathe steadily. And always release in the legs if you need to. Let your exhales anchor your low belly, your low ribs down. 4, one more breath. And let's take some time coming out, releasing the bottom arm first, then the top one. Come back to your feet or just holding on. Be still for a moment. Add a little bow. Take 2 more breaths. So if you're already at your edge, you're already at your edge. One more breath to explore. Bow in, whatever that is for you today. And then come up and carefully release out your legs. Let's stretch them out into boat pose, hugging the backs of your thighs. So you've got this great support. Legs straight. Reach and point. Sit up tall. Lift your heart. Lift your face. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release down your feet. Second side, Gomukhasana, left leg first. The word go is part of the root of the word cow. G-O. So do work with this side to stack your legs in a relative way, or to work with an easy pose. It's nice to take the hands out to the sides, to the feet, or to the floor. Just center, let your nervous system get used to this idea. Let your body accept the work. And then adding our upper body. Breathe in, reach up your right arm, and then roll your thumb back, so your palms to the sky. Reach your arm back in space, and bend your elbow, back of the skull. So that's the center of your spine there. Coming on down to any degree. Other arm does that internal dive, thumb down and back in space, bend elbow. Just land on your spine, and then work your way up your spine if you can. Catch your longest fingers if you can, but don't worry about it. You can just have that reaching towards each other, and that spreads the elbows. Not putting pressure on your neck, so that you can lift your chin. Lift your eyes as well. And in this pose, we really connect to the root. So this is a root chakra pose activator for 1. Growing from that rooted place. 4. One more time. A cow with one ear up and one ear down. Exhale and release your actions, one at a time. And release. Let's stretch out the legs. Let them go easy wide. Take the hands back, just rest back. Let your front body open. That's a lot of wrapping around the center kind of energy. So just disperse a little bit from center. Deep breath. And coming up and folding forward. Draw back your toes. One more breath. Rest into it. And then taking it onto our backs, same position. So round your spine, tuck your chin, go back slowly. Land on the center of your head. Lift up your legs together if you can. Use your bandhas, use your hands, or bend your knees. Lift them up, and come into that lying down forward fold. Keep your head centered. Just pressing the upper back into the earth. Flattening out the upper back. Just lift your hips up as much as it feels okay. Two more breaths. Relax as much as you can. Last breath. And release down your spine. Plant your feet, lift your hips. Reach up towards the sky, face your palms together.
Hi, Daddy. We're finished your book shopping.
A little bit softened, not your maximum effort. Focus on a soft lift up, using your subtle core, pressing your feet. One more time, breathe in. You add a little growth. And breathe out, bring down your spine. Breathe in, bring in your knees in a way that you enjoy. Wide or close, knee hug or happy baby. Take 5 breaths.
Is this going to go up to each side of the house?
And exhale, release down your feet. Coming to a yin resting twist. So think about your favorite side lying twist pose in a way that you can hold it for a minute or longer than 5 breaths. So think about the variations are the 2 knees over, the 1 knee over, the wrap over legs. So choose one that your body will accept for a period of time. And get as comfortable as you can. Hold steady there. Take just about a minute. Release all muscular effort. Turn your head away from your knees. Find a balance between knees down and opposite shoulder. Arms can express themselves in lots of supportive ways here. Beginning our resting phase. Let your bandhas relax, so really allow for a complete release in the pelvic floor. It's important as being able to engage it is being able to relax it. So just a little, close your eyes and think about releasing any tension there.
But whenever I see between the cracks, I leave it.
Rest completely. Coming back to our idea of stillness from the beginning. And that strength and stillness. Calming our emotions. Acknowledging our emotions. And part of our practice, sometimes we see things as they really are. We experience what we're really feeling. And let's continue on the other side. So have a slow and careful process here of transitioning to your other side. You can rest in the center for a moment first if you'd like. And just stay in that state of receptivity as you create your twist to the second side. Let it be a version that really serves your body positively. Let your arms find their supportive role, relaxing everything muscular, soft face. So we come back to that stillness, just the breath's movement. Rest your brain on the waves of breath. Sometimes when we become still, then a few tears might flow out the sides of our eyes, and it's just fine. You might stop long enough to let our grief express itself, or whatever it is. Whole rainbow of feelings. Gently acknowledge anything. Accepting. I can hear all of it. Let's have a little bit of time to rest on our backs as well. So come back with your knees bent. Grounded and rested, resting, knees bent on your back. Let your legs stretch out. Let everything fall open. Allow your breath to go deeply in both directions. Next time you breathe in, really encourage that inhale to keep going. Stretch it. Follow it. And when it's time to turn the other way, you'll know. Go slowly with the breath out. Feel it ground into your core. Downward energy, that harmonic energy. And you'll know when you're ready to flow the other way. Let your arms stretch alongside your ears, point your toes, lengthen your body. And then weave your fingers, draw in your feet, and press to the sky. Breathing in, release your arms, roll to your side, on up to seated. You can use that momentum of coming to the side and coming back to your seat. Catch your elbows behind your back or your arms, whatever you reach, and just hug it up as much as you can. Work with your body here. And then forward fold, just bow down. Yoga Mudrasana, the great seal. Finishing practice of gratitude, open-heartedness. Grateful for all the tapas you applied today. All the stillness that you sink into. For this tradition and moving it forward. Spreading peace. starting with ourselves. Release your yoga mudrasana. Follow the vibration of that exhale as long as you can sense it. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. Namaste. So there's that nama again, meaning to bow, but also not me. So it's you to each other. Thank you. Questions? Always welcome. Requests as well.